Hey guys, hope you're doing great, enjoying a wonderful day. Elias here, bringing you day 17 of 75 hard. Day 17 is done. I finished all my workouts. I got a nice walk earlier today before the rains came out. Got caught in that, which was refreshing in its own way. It's kind of a humid, hot day today. Went up to about 30 degrees Celsius with the humidity, so it's actually not bad to be a fool running in the rain, as they say. It was actually quite nice. And otherwise, it's 17 days down, and I'm feeling really good. I actually did my second workout, a run on my treadmill. I wanted to test my calf and Achilles just to see how it was going. I was feeling really good today, so I gave it a run. It's feeling a little bit sore now as I'm walking, but I'll be fine. I think I'm just gonna kind of manage it and take it day by day. And really, again, instead of actually focusing on the speed and distance, I'm just focused on getting the time, and really, like I said, just logging it, task by task, day by day, and just one day at a time, and not really putting too much more pressure than there already is to try to hit the 75. So we'll get there one day at a time, and that's really been the way I'm trying to take it. It's been a good run. I was actually thinking about my friend, my post yesterday, about how he's in the hospital, coming up in the last, he's basically coming up to 2 months in the hospital, and just had me thinking about the reason why I'm doing these things, and got me thinking sometimes about, not just the reason why we do things, but taking action. Sometimes it's very easy to get into that mode called analysis paralysis. And that's basically where you're stuck, you're overthinking it, you just want to make sure everything's perfect, you're ready to go. The one thing I've learned in life and business, and even going through the 75 hard, there is no such thing as a perfect time. You just got to give it and go. And sometimes it's the best thing to do is just rip the Band-Aid off and just give it. So if I could just share any piece of advice with anyone that's thinking of taking on a chance and is maybe stuck waiting for the right time or preparing to get the right thing, my advice would be just get started, work with what you have, and just give it a go, and adapt accordingly, and build momentum that way. And with time, you'll start to get all the pieces in place, and you'll start to build momentum, and before you know it, you're off and running to the races. And that doesn't matter what endeavor or goal you're trying to achieve. All of these are things that you can do, and really it's that first step that's the hardest thing. In fact, looking at this whole journey as this metaphor of the 75 hard challenge, the first day was the hardest day for me. It was the hardest day for me to stay on track, to track all my workouts, to track all my water intake, to get my reading done, to fit it all into my schedule, to remember that I was now starting a keto diet, and it was just a lot of moving parts, trying to get that routine established. And it only takes one split second to kind of drop the ball, or to forget that you're in it, and just, creatures of habit, right? So that first step is the hardest one, and sometimes the best thing to do is just to go for it. I'm a little bit of a interesting character. True story, I actually learned how to swim by jumping into the deep end. Good news is that the ending is kind of happy. I'm still alive. I didn't drown, but almost. And I definitely learned that floating and learning how to retain water was important. So I went at it, and I learned, and before I knew it, I was swimming in the deep end, diving in with with the rest of my friends. So I see no difference in life in any other thing as well. I think we just got to give it a go. Sometimes you do got to take a chance. Sometimes you do have to throw caution to the wind, and you want to be calculated. I'm not saying just be reckless, but don't be afraid to give it a go if you feel like you're close. Like if you're 8 out of 10 pieces away from getting something started, I would say get started and work on getting those other 2 pieces as you build. So don't give up on yourself, and don't dwell. If there's something that you're trying to achieve, I say go for it and give it a go, and you'll never know what you can achieve until you give it a try. So with that, gang, I wish you all the very best, and stay hard. For my first workout of the day, I went for a walk. I had a bunch of errands I needed to run, and so decided to take a different route. I took the scenic route through City Place and just kind of crossed through. And it was a beautiful day in the city of Toronto. It was actually fun to see some patios that were kind of lively. I'm looking forward to getting some pasta once the 75 hard is done. And of course, as usual, Toronto, nice little hidden garden, a little community park right in the middle of the concrete jungle. It's very cool to see in the city of Toronto. And of course, as luck may have it, at the very end, I did get caught in the rain. And so being 75 hard, you know how you got to roll with it. So I ended up going and running for the rest of my workout. And of course, had to share a compulsory shot. And definitely soaking wet, but it was refreshing. It was a hot and humid day in Toronto, so not too bad. And for my second workout, I decided to do interval training on my treadmill. So I was running at intervals of 5 miles per hour at a slow down pace, 6.2 miles per hour for my fast pace, and managed to get over 10 kilometers in about 50 minutes of running. And that's my day.